Let me start. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my podcast, Content Creator Journey. This is the episode number 5. Today with me, Kenda. You might know her on TikTok because she has amazing advice on how to grow on social media and especially on Pinterest. Thank you so much, Kenda. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
How are you? Okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a crazy couple of weeks between client calls and my husband and I just moved actually. So it's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks, but it's been really fun. So
yeah, I was watching your story the other day. You were like, I see you that I saw you like moving stuff. So I totally get it. Obviously, when you move out, it's the worst. It's stressful, I believe. It's very stressful.
It's so stressful.
Yeah, I totally get it. For the listener, they don't know you. Can you give us a little bit of introduction of who you are and what you're doing right now?
Yeah, totally. So I am a content creator on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and then I also have a blog. So I create content about social media and organic marketing strategies for personal brands, content creators, and businesses. So I do coaching to help people create cross-platform traffic to just kind of blow up their social media. And then I also, on the content creator side, I talk about being born with cancer and just everything that I've overcome since then and kind of where I am now and how other people can take what I've been through and apply it in their own lives.
And also, do you have a podcast, right?
I do. I have a podcast. It's called A Political Podcast. Me and my husband's best friend, actually, Stefan, do that. We only have released like one episode. He's currently getting his PhD, so it's been a little bit slow recording. But we have another episode that's ready to go up in the next couple of weeks. And then my husband and I are actually working on launching a podcast together that will be more geared towards content creators and like the finance analytics side of social media.
Wow, interesting stuff. Great job. So, and obviously I was checking your profile. You have like over 100,000 followers, which is huge. It's a huge milestone, I think. But obviously I want to know why did you start to make content? What made you start?
Yeah, so it was honestly a few years ago, I was working for an influencer, helping her to grow her personal brand and just kind of doing management behind the scenes. So that's where I kind of learned all of my tricks. And then last July, I was sitting in a hotel room in Seattle. We moved around quite a bit for my husband's job. And I decided that maybe I could start a blog. I was seeing these things on Pinterest of people that were saying they were making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month blogging. And I was like, what the heck?
What year? Sorry if I interrupt you. What year?
That was July of 2020.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was sitting in a hotel room in Seattle and decided to start a blog, build myself a website. And it started off just kind of on the influencer side, talking about skincare and beauty and outfits and things like that. And then my mother-in-law kind of forced me to talk about my story and myself and kind of the things that I'd been through. And I made one blog post about that and it went like super viral on Pinterest and Google and all the things and Facebook, and people just loved it. And so then my Instagram started to grow. So I started getting brand deals and working with some brands and kind of just staying on the mindset, motivation side of things. And then about 2 months ago, I started getting more serious about TikTok. So I started posting social media tips, Instagram advice, things like that. And then I started kind of connecting my personal story with what I'd been through, how I'd grown up, with the things that I had learned. And that's what really took off. So within about a month and a half, I hit 100,000 on TikTok.
It's crazy. It's absolutely the organic reach that you can get with TikTok is unbelievable. But
Yeah.
going back to your story, you said you made one post on Pinterest and it went viral.
Mm-hmm.
But which kind of, it was like a graphic post, infographic, or was a video?
So it was just a like link back to my blog. So it was like a picture of me and had the title of my blog post. And just the caption was like, just kind of a brief synopsis of what the blog post was about. So about having cancer, then being an international piano competition winner, and then a barrel racer, and then kind of starting my own business as a content creator. And that pin went like crazy viral, and people loved that blog post. And that kind of was the beginning.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, also Pinterest is a good strategy. It's a good strategy to obviously gain traffic.
Yeah, for sure.
So where do you get all your resources?
So, like I said, I started out working with an influencer about 6 years ago. And so that was back when Instagram was nice to people and actually let people grow.
Yeah, they shut all the tab.
They turned off the tab, they're done. But so I started learning from her and growing her brand. And so that was how I kind of learned Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. And then once I started my own blog, I delved into doing a ton more research. And then after I started my blog and a few months down the road, I actually switched my major from political science to software engineering. So it's been really interesting to learn kind of the more technical side of website design and how the algorithms are actually built and how they respond. So.
Wow. Actually, I think it was tough at the beginning, right? To study totally different thing, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow, but obviously, good job. Obviously, amazing job.
Thank you.
Okay. So which platform are you currently using to make content? Pinterest, TikTok, and Instagram, right?
Yeah. So most of my content, I would say, is probably on TikTok currently. And then I kind of just keep people updated through my day as like on my Instagram story. And then I take all of my content that I create and put it on Pinterest. And I've started creating content on YouTube because it's a longer form video content. It's easier to get more information in those videos than it is in a 60-second TikTok video. So, I've also started promoting like my YouTube videos on Pinterest. And so basically any of the content that I create gets repurposed over to Pinterest.
Amazing. The only thing I love Pinterest, but one thing I think they are lacking right now, or they should implement it, is as a content creator, like content creator found that there is on TikTok. What do you think? Do you agree?
I think that Pinterest is more, the reason that they don't have a lot of those features, and I think it's a good thing, is because Pinterest is not a social media platform. It's a search engine. So it's more like Google than Instagram.
Exactly. Yes, I totally agree. Yeah, could be a strong reason, obviously. Oh my gosh, I love Pinterest.
Yeah.
And which platform do you think, as a content creator, give you more organic reach or give you the chance to grow faster as a content creator or as a business owner?
I'd say that it's pretty tied between TikTok and Pinterest right now. You can get about the same amount of reach, but I will say that TikTok is a bit better for engagement and growing a really strong connection with your audience, because you're able to go live. You're able to just sit and talk to your audience. And so it's a bit better for connectivity and really having people get to know you. But as far as organic reach, they're about the same.
I totally agree with you. 100% what you said. It's 100% organic reach. It's
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah.
And how was your first live, Kenda?
It was not too bad actually. I went live for the first time. Not when I had 1,000 actually. Most people tell you like go live when you hit 1,000. I didn't do that because I was growing so fast. I like never even got the chance to do it when I hit 1,000. So my first live was when I hit 10,000. And I think I had like 14 or 15 people get on that first live. But they had a ton of questions. So it wasn't like awkward or weird or anything. And then now it's actually been a couple weeks since I've been live because we've been moving, but I'll probably be going live again in the next week or so. But I'm really excited to see what kind of engagement I get having 100,000 followers instead of 10. So
yeah, I totally agree. Kenda, are you in the Content Creator Fund?
No, I'm not. I'm not in the Creator Fund. I have a mentor that I've been working with. His name's Willow, and he's really awesome and has helped me so much kind of solidify the back end of my business and really have it be structured really well so I can give people the most value as possible. And basically, I take his word on everything. And so he said that his views got hit really hard when he joined the Creator Fund. So I've just stayed away because I can make a lot more money coaching and helping people grow than I will ever see from the Creator Fund.
Wow. Do you think it's fundamental to have like a mentor in your life, or especially on social media? Do you think it's fundamental?
I think it's super important. You can definitely learn things on your own if you want to, but you'll cut out a lot of the guesswork and you will save yourself a lot of headache and like pulling your hair out, not understanding why things are working. If you have someone to guide you, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Like people have already done what you're wanting to do. So if you can find someone that's done it successfully and learn directly from them, you don't need to struggle through that.
Exactly. Even because, you know, sometimes for really good answer, you need to pay, but obviously they're gonna fix you a problem or they're gonna solve you a problem. And I totally agree. You can spend 10 hours on Google, or maybe you can pay somebody that obviously can boost also your mood, because as a content creator, if you don't get views or you don't get followers, it's kind of hard at the beginning, especially.
Yeah.
But having somebody, I think, that can mentoring you is absolutely a great idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally agree. And you obviously you grow a lot and in a short period. But which kind of difficulties have you faced during your journey as a content creator so far?
So I haven't seen a lot of problems as far as growth and stuff goes, because I really just understand the algorithm and what people want. But the biggest thing that I've seen that people struggle with the most is, well, there's actually two things. The first one is figuring out how they can connect their story to the content that they want to create. Lots of people get on social media and they create content and they want to be an influencer or a content creator, and they just start pumping out content. And that's great, but it has no personal connection to them. So that makes it incredibly hard to grow. And then the second issue that most people encounter is kind of a mental block with dealing with hate and what other people think about them, whether it's family and friends that follow them and they don't want them to see them trying to be an influencer, or if they don't want to endure the hate comments that they get. And so it comes down to deciding how bad do you want it. If you want to do it and you want your life to be like that, then you have to decide, and you have to be obsessed and not care what anyone else thinks. Because if you are not obsessed, then you're going to be average. So
100%. And how do you deal with negative comments? Because you probably get a lot.
I delete them. I don't care. Like people get on and they're like, oh my gosh, she's deleting comments. Heck yeah, I am. This is my platform.
I like it.
This is my platform, and people come to learn from me, and they come to see positivity and to be inspired. They don't come to see someone's crappy opinion in the comment section. And so I will delete it. I don't care. No shame. And I welcome to my block party. I don't care.
I totally support you, because you making content, so you're investing time. You try the script, you work out which kind of resource you want to share, and then people, they are just type in the worst thing they're gonna say, and it's bad. It's bad.
And you have to keep in mind that hurt people. Like, you have to just realize that their life is so bad. They're so upset with themselves. They're so insecure. Like, of course they're going to say that to you. Of course that's what they're thinking right now, because their life is so negative. And so, like, it's not about you. It's about them. So just block them and move on.
And how do you think somebody can overcome, like, fear of judgment from friends or parents or cousin or whatever is near to you?
Yeah, I think that the biggest thing is your mindset. Like, there's no trick that, one day you're magically going to wake up and not care. And, from the time that I started trying to grow to about the time that I hit 10,000 on Instagram, I would get comments from people from high school even that were like, oh, you're trying to be an influencer now? Yeah, I am. And look at what I've done. So, like, I don't care. And I understand why people do care and why that really affects them, because you want people around you to be supportive, and the embarrassment that comes from knowing that people are watching your videos. Like, I still have to post my videos and run. And, like, I don't want to be in the room when my husband watches my videos. I don't want anything to do with that. But, like, you just have to, once you are very sure of your message and what you're trying to put out into the world, then the people that you're trying to reach and the people that you're trying to help become so much more important to you than any embarrassment or anyone that is judging you.
Totally agree. And how important do you think is to build a personal brand online?
Oh, I think it's so important. Even if you are a product-based business or an e-commerce store or whatever it is, people still have to connect with you and support you. And it's just so much easier to build a personal brand, because you can connect your story and your life and the things that you know with whatever it is that you're trying to sell. And so it might take a little bit of soul searching, but you can absolutely do it. And you'll find that the content comes from a deeper place of authenticity, and you can be so much more genuine and grow so much faster when you build a personal brand, because it's so much more authentic, and that's what people gravitate towards.
Agree. Okay. Do you think, like, content creators should share their insecurities with the audience, or what do you think?
I think they can. I think that you have to be in a place where you're not just sharing your insecurities, but you're kind of sharing your solutions. And so I think that's totally fine. If it's something that you're still struggling with and battling internally, decide if it's something that you have become comfortable enough with that you can share, because sharing those insecurities really can help a lot of people, and people really identify with that, because there's a million people out there that have the same insecurities that you do. But if it's something that comes from kind of where you're still kind of have in a place of fragile mental health around it, then maybe don't share it. Like, protect your energy and protect yourself. But if you have enough confidence in whatever it is that you've gone through, where you really feel like you could help other people, then definitely share it.
Okay, great advice. And Kenda, knowing what you know right now, what kind of advice would you give to young content creators? They want to start to make content, but they are afraid a little bit. They don't know. What kind of advice would you give to them as a new content creator?
So first and foremost, just start. your first video is going to be horrible. Your first podcast is going to be horrible. Your first Instagram stories are going to be terrible. You're going to look stupid. You're going to not sound right. You're not going to say things the way you want. You're not going to love the video quality. It's fine. Every single person has to start somewhere. Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, they all started exactly where you are. They were a beginner. And so you have to make yourself okay with being a beginner, because you have to create your first video before you can create your 100th.
My gosh, it's true. It's true. Just start. How did Gary say? Just start. Just start. I don't care. Just start. Just press that red button.
And you'll never feel ready. Like, you can wait around for years trying to perfect your content and perfect your filming and perfect your wording, but it's never going to be perfect. And so if you sit around and wait, you'll never start. And so you'll never reach that goal.
Exactly. You know, I think another struggle that content creator, I was guilty as well, that when you see the successful content creator, and obviously you want to replicate, so in order to replicate, you should buy like expensive equipment. And I think it is content creator is a process, and you have to start with your phone. You're going to start with your phone. I know it's hard, but you're going to start with your phone, because obviously buying expensive stuff at the beginning, I don't know if it's worth it or not, obviously.
Well, the thing is even if you buy expensive equipment at the beginning, you're still going to suck because you don't know how to use it.
Exactly.
So learn your style, learn what your voice is, figure out what your message is, and then step it up a notch.
Amazing. To be honest, this is great chat with you. Really amazing. You're really amazing and so positive. And you haven't said something negative during this call. And it's very open-minded and really a positive message that a lot of people, they should listen. Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much for this beautiful chat, and hoping to see you again. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.